So let's have that context as we read this, that these are not sinister, evil people who've come in to try to destroy the flock. Because we have this still today. People that are causing scatterings in the flock and scattering of the sheep of my pasture, as he says, because of, now go back to Proverbs where it talks about the smooth, the honey dripping, the teaching in ways that you like to hear. We call it ear tickling, okay, for your itchy ears. And itchy ears meaning you want them to be scratched a certain way. So you're looking for those that can scratch them a certain way, tell you what you want to hear. And this is his name whereby he shall be called Yahweh our righteousness. Is not Yeshua basically understood as being Yahweh in the flesh? Is not the way I explained it to you in the Do You Know the Father and the Son, the Yahweh of the Old Testament? Is not he also known as the One, the Righteous One? And it's his righteousness that we expect will be imputed to us as we need it to enter into the kingdom. We're still talking about the Exodus. There's tons of movies about the Exodus. We're getting closer and closer to Passover when they'll be all on TV again and everybody will be playing all these Exodus-related movies. But yet there's going to be this bigger, greater event that they won't even be talking about the other event anymore because this one will be so much greater. Has that happened yet? No. There are those that claim, though, that it has. Really, what event has happened that we can point to that in any way would be looked at as greater than the Exodus out of Egypt? Have we seen anything remotely that looks like that? No. When Yahweh describes us as evil, it's different than when he describes himself bringing evil. Let's redefine some words here too. Just like prayer, just like worship, the idea of bowing down, okay? When we bow down and we worship, you have people can worship or bow down and prostrate themselves in front of a person is different than when you do before your creator. We had that whole teaching, what is worship? We showed, for example, Jacob in front of Esau, okay? And so words have to be contextually understood. Learn what you don't know that you don't know, because you have no idea how much, because you'll think, well, I'm sure that grace is right, and my belief on the trib is right, and just because all you think that's wrong is that you were eating pork and that you kept Sunday instead of Saturday and Christmas and Easter. That's just the tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg. But they are strengthening the hands of evil ones so that no one turns back. Why would anybody turn back from his evil if the people who are in charge are telling you you're doing it right? They're telling you, no, it's okay, don't worry. I talk to people all the time who tell me, oh, Rabbi, in my congregation that I was going to, which I think I probably have to leave, somebody had something happening where they had to work on Shabbat and they're doing these things, and they went up to the rabbi or the teacher or the pastor or the group, and this is a Messianic, supposedly Sabbath-keeping, Torah-keeping group, and the guy said, oh, don't worry about it, it's okay, just work. What is the job of the prophet? Well, one of the jobs of the prophet is to cry aloud and spare not. A lot of people don't like the spare not part. When I start doing that from the microphone, they get all mad at me. Sorry, but I'm not saying I'm a prophet, but I step in that role occasionally when I'm up here crying aloud and sparing not. And that's usually when I'm reading his word where he's crying aloud and sparing not. I'm not up here claiming anything. I do that with his words. I read it out to you in a strong way of saying, wake up, this is not a joke, this is not a game. If this applies to you, you need to be very afraid. The reason I'm saying it this way is I want two things. One is, if you're listening and you're a leader, be very aware of what you are asking for in terms of the level of judgment you're going to be scrutinized with. And if you're a person following under any leader, then you need to be looking for, am I under the right leader? Because I don't want to be just listening to someone who's tickling my ear. In the latter days, you shall understand it perfectly. There it is. He just said that the reason that all this is happening is because those who are in leadership are not understanding it perfectly. Didn't he just say that? This is all happening, he said, and when it finally clears up, then in the latter days you shall understand it perfectly. Now, what is he saying the it is here? The it that you'll understand. You'll understand why he's all upset with this perverse, twisting, bending, ear-tickling thing that's going on. He doesn't mean just that you messed up because you just didn't understand and you tried your best. He's saying, no, you're going to understand how what you did your way and your stubbornness, what it really brought. And you'll understand that you were the fault.